Hey, what's up, everybody? Jamal got 777 over here doing a special deck tech for you guys. I usually don't. I usually do standard and everything, but this time I'm doing commander or EDH, whatever you want to call it. My general is Kemba Kha Regent. It's so fun making a bunch of cat tokens, making them big, and then putting the equipment on them. So it's really fun. Um, I never really played any competitive play, but it's really fun to casual play, whatever. First up with your land base, you have 37 land. You have a rustic clutchin, whatever you want to call it. And this will most likely just be using reinforce, but comes in play tap most of the time because I don't have any kit game. Marry the Sky Run, recursion after like a wrath effect or whatever you want to call it. A contested war zone because once you have those bunch of cat tokens out, you can just swing for a lot. The Mystifying Maze. Reason for this is because their generals do something when they attack, so I'll just tap them down. A Tectonic Edge to get rid of anything basically, anything you want. A Buried Ruin there because get back all your artifacts and whatnot. I just thought of this right now, but you also have a Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter is there, obviously, for any of those things like Commander General or Command General Tower or something like that. I forgot what it's called. So total, you have 7 non-basics. Then you got 30 planes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. 30 planes. And then up for your creature base, you have for your 1 drops, you have Sarah Ascended. It is just the best 1 drop in EDH, I think, because it'd be a 6/6 lifelink off the bat with flying. A Loyal Sentry because there's some big creatures in this format. I'm not too familiar with it, but I think Loyal Sentry is really good. Doom Traveler because whenever it dies, I put a 1/1 spirit token and that could help wield an equipment. Golden Gulmok just wields an equipment, and if you need the life, you just block with it. Gideon's Wallkeeper because just tap down some type of creature. It doesn't matter what creature, if it's big, then you don't really make it. You got a Kitesail Apprentice. Whenever it's equipped, it gets +1/+1 flying, which is really good for me. And then you got a Student of Warfare. Later on in the game, you like the Student of Warfare, you level it up a lot. So then, for your 2 drops, you have a Leaning Willow Quarter to get rid of artifacts and enchantments. You have a Mirror Smith. You're going to be casting a lot of artifacts, and you might as well just pay an extra 1 to get the mirror. Sunspear Shikari. It's really good when it's equipped because it gets lifelink and first strikes, so it's really good. You got a Core Outfitter. Just equip something if you don't have the mana for it and you want to play a creature, you need to play a creature. You just come play a Core Outfitter. Core Skyfisher. Return something, like I don't know what you return. Just return like a land or something like that if you haven't played a land yet. So, and that's fine, so it's good. Pure Steel Paladin, it's great if you have it early on in the game because you're going to be casting a lot of equipment and all those equipments are going to equip for 0 and you draw a card every time you cast them. You got a Phyrexian Revoker, lock down their general if they don't have an answer for it. For For 3 drops, you got a Mentor of the Meek. Really good because you're going to be, you know, getting a lot of 2/2 guys with Kemba, Kha Regent. You just pay the extra one to draw a card. Another draw engine. You got Blade Splicer. You know, really sacrificing to get you a token and whatever. You got Pilgrim's Eye. This actually is really good. You know, just get you a land, it's fine. Get you real equipment. Later on in the game, this card is going to be really good. Glare Invoker. Just tap down every creature they play and has flying, so it can load the game as well.
Sorry.
Mirroring Crusader. Good, just because it's really good. Sorry if you guys hear that. Parents. We got a Chorus Antificer, so you can Kicker, destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's really good.
Yeah, you guys at least turn on the blower and blow?
Razor Hippogriff. You know, recur artifacts, your enchantments basically. Battle Grace Angel. It's a weird position for this deck, but it's good, I guess. You know, I've had it where I had a Mirror Crusader and I had an equipment and I just swung for a bunch, like 10 life linking. Got a guy Starlight Monk, because you're going to be having a lot of creatures, so this guy's going to be pretty big, and he just gives you 2 1/1 White Spirit tokens fine. And then your 7 drop, you got a Elish Norn. Elish Norn is really good. I wouldn't like it to be the general, because it's too much and I don't like it very well as a general spot. And then you got a Caves, the Lunarch, really good. It gets those cat tokens really big. So then for your spells and whatnots, you're gonna be, for your pumps, for now you're gonna have an Intangible Virtue, a Crusade, Honor of the Pure, and a Guardian's Pledge. I would have a Glorious Anthem, but I do not own one. I should get one and replace it with this, but you know, it's really good right now. Those are for your pumps. You got a 1 White Sun Zenith because it's, you know, gives you tokens and it's really good in the format. Remember the Fallen, recurs back a creature or and an artifact, so you know you can use both. Quest for the Holy Relic, you're most likely to be searching for Argentum Armor because it's really good, and just kill all your permanents. You got a Divine Offering. Destroy target artifact, gain life. Yeah, you know. You got your removal stuff. You got Path to Exile, Dispatch. You most likely have level crap because all that stuff. You got Dispense Justice. You're most likely to be making sacrifice 2 creatures. This is all the equipment you have. Prison Term, really good. They have a threat on the board. You do it. They play a bigger threat. You attach it to that. You got an O-Ring. You know, O-Ring's really good. Doesn't matter what it is. Just O-Ring, something really good against your deck. You got to Repel the Darkness. Really good. You know, you draw a card and you tap it to 2 creatures, so it's Staller. And then you have a Timely Reinforcement. It's really good, I think. You know, gets those little tokens and you gain 6 life. Whatever. Now for my favorite part of the deck, the equipment. Going from 0 to 6, and you have a quarter paddle, a quarter shield. My fault. Quarter shield, you know, it's a 0 drop. It gives you Metalcraft for free, and just equip it if you need Vigilance. Explorer Scope to get your land. Solo 5 Staff to gain some life. Dark Steel Axe, because indestructible and spoiling. Infiltration Lens, if they don't block it, then you draw 2 cards, or if they do block it, you draw 2 cards, you lose a dude, whatever, you just replenish it with the cards you just drew. Swiftfoot Boots, equip it onto your general, but the better card is basically Lightning Greaves. These are basically the same, but this one's so much better. Um, Hammer Ruin, destroyed their equipment if they're playing. You know, not really that great, but it's whatever. No Dachi. It's okay because it's a 2-0 first strike. And, you know, whatever. Trailblazers boots, they're most likely going to have non-basics. Mortarpod, really good. You know, gets you a token, and it's an equipment. Trepanation Blade. This card is really fun and limited, but you know, this is really good too, this format. Here comes with the proxies. So, well, just sort of War and Peace, you know, and then I have all the swords. All my swords, Sword and Peace, sort of, Body and Mind, sort of Fire and Ice, sort of Light and Shadow, and sort of Peace and Family. All the swords. You got a Strider Harness. You know, it's whatever. It's really good. You know, just attack with haste, whatever.
I won't need this currency.
The worst, Lightning Greaves. You know, it can block one in Shroud.
Keep this curtain tax.
Mage Bane Armor. It's whatever, but you know. Razor Boomerang. It's so fun. When you have Paladin and a bunch of mana on the field, you just do one of them, return it, do one of them, draw a card, do one of them, draw a card, return it. You know, it's really fun. It's funny because if they don't have the answer, you're just drawing a bunch of cards, and you're basically gonna have a lot of damage on the field too. And you got your Coat of Arms. I know it's not a good equipment, but it's really good. It's really good against, you know, you just make them really big. And then lastly, you have the Argentum Armor. Like I said, you're going to be wanting to do any with the quest and whatever you need. So total, you have, I don't know how much equipment, but it's really fun. You know, Kha Regent, really fun deck. Nothing much else to say. Once again, this is Jamal, got 777. Comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.